Hi, this is Dave with SuspenderStore, another one of our continuing series of videos all about suspenders. Today we're going to talk about suspender adjusters and how you adjust the size of suspenders. We call what attaches to your pants a clip on a clip suspender. These are button attachments on a button suspender, and these are trigger snap attachments on these trigger snap suspenders. We've got another video all about the different types of attachments. You might want to check that out. But all these suspenders have a way of adjusting their size or length. So all of these suspenders, despite having different ways of attaching to your pants, all need a way to adjust their size or length. And so we're going to talk about the different ways that you can do that here. You want to adjust the length of the suspender. A suspender is measured from end to end, tip to tip, and that measurement with the suspender fully extended is the size or length of that suspender. We've got a video all about how to measure and size for suspenders. It's probably our most popular video, so you might want to check that one out. So most people know that suspenders are adjustable, but you have to keep two things in mind. One is that when you adjust a suspender, you're making it smaller. So suspenders come at a given length, and the adjustment allows you to shorten them, not to lengthen them. So keep that in mind. When you see a size for a suspender, you're not going to be able to put anyone in it who's any larger than that length, and that's very important. The other is beware of sellers that try to tell you that they have a one-size-fits-all suspender. Some suspenders do adjust in a fairly wide range, but if you think about it, that just doesn't make any sense. We've got such a wide variety of sizes of people that you can't get by with just one size for everyone. That's why at SuspenderStore we carry the widest variety of sizes of suspenders of anyone, because we want to be able to fit everyone. That becomes particularly important not just on an individual basis, but when you look at groups. For example, shows, dance groups, restaurants, and most particularly weddings. You're going to have folks of different sizes, and so you want to be able to have them all wear suspenders that'll fit and be comfortable. So how do you adjust the suspenders? We're going to show you a couple of different ways. The first and most common way is with what we call a clamp adjuster. These adjusters you'll find on most suspenders, and so it's a clamp that you lift up to loosen it and then just run the material through to shorten it to the length that you need the suspenders, and then when you get to that appropriate length, just clamp it back down, and that's going to hold your suspenders at that given size. These are 2-inch wide suspenders. Here are examples of those as well on 1.5 and inch wide suspenders. Manny here is wearing these on his dress clip suspenders, and I've got the same type of clamp design on my dress button suspenders here. So that's the most common way for the suspenders to adjust. These are great adjusters. There are a lot of lousy ones out there, and you have to be careful. Often the ones that you buy in stores are going to be inferior. They're not going to hold as well, and you can just feel that when you open and close the adjuster. Many of those store-bought suspenders, and some other ones online too, are made in China. Ours are made in the United States. In fact, I think that just about everything that you see here is made here in the US, and we only use the best clips and adjuster hardware. You want an adjuster that's going to hold and not slip. Sometimes when you get some of our metal adjusters, they can be a little bit stiff at first. Now, if they are, then just open and close them a few times. That usually warms them up, if you will, and makes them a little bit easier to work with if you have a stiff one, and they'll still hold great. Here's another type of adjuster that you'll find on a lot of suspenders. This is just a metal loop in this case. We have a plastic loop on these suspenders. So the metal loop works because the material is double fed through it, so the material grips on itself and allows the loop to hold in place. The plastic loops, which we have on our airport-friendly and belt loop suspenders, so they have no metal hardware on them. We have a video all about that type of suspender. These are plastic loops, but they hold because they're curved and there's a bit of a sharper leading edge to grip the material. Most leather suspenders have a buckle style adjuster, very similar to the buckle on your belts. So the way that works is you just unbuckle the suspender, move to the appropriate hole for your length, and then rebuckle the suspender. So we've got these on our Western and leather suspenders like Manny's wearing here, and like these beautiful hand-tooled Western leather suspenders. It's often the way you'll see the adjustments on most dress leather suspenders. Since these have a much more narrow target range than the other type of adjusters, you really want to measure yourself before you order these. And if you have any questions, please give us a call. We've got a video all about measuring for these suspenders as well. Now, some of the Western leather suspenders also have a slide adjuster like we saw on the work suspenders, but it's on the back, so it gives you a few more inches of adjustability on the back side of some of those suspenders. So that's the long and the short of suspender adjusters. If you have any questions, please give us a call in the U.S. at 800-393-4508, outside the U.S. at 410-987-4212. Please like our videos and subscribe if you wish, and thanks for watching Suspender Store.